Hey, welcome to another episode of Outrun the Neon Sun. My name is Dan, and if you've joined me thus far on the previous 4 videos, you know that we are all about everything 80s. And the purpose of these is to, well, I'm not going to share with you the purpose. I want to share with you what this video is about. So we went to the Neon Retro Arcade in Pasadena. I took about 20 of us guys. I called them up on a Monday, and I was like, guys, let's go and check out this Neon Retro Arcade. And so I want to show you a little bit of footage and kind of share with you kind of my thoughts and what I really liked and maybe didn't like about it so much. So here's some footage. So a pretty cool thing about the Neon Retro Arcade in Pasadena is that it is around a ton of restaurants. So if you're in the hankering for some good eats, we went to a place called 1986 Tacos, and it was amazing. It was like kind of street style tacos. They had some great al pastor. They had some great, just tons of good food. Some vampiros, which is a really good, kind of like a hard, crispy shell, soft, with like a, it's delicious, trust me. Then we went to Dirt Dog. A bunch of people went to Dirt Dog. Some people went to like a very spicy chicken place. There's pizza joints, all that stuff. And then a bunch of us from the actual restaurant, which is still right next to the Neon Retro Arcade, within a block, we went to the Stone Brewery Tap House. And we had a great time. I'll show you some pictures of us at the Stone Brewery Tap House. And it's just obviously Stone Brewery, one of my favorite breweries. I actually went there when I lived in San Diego to the actual Stone Brewery and for my 30th birthday. So it holds a special place for me, not necessarily for nostalgia, but just for beer, because I love their IPAs. And they have some just great, they have a great blonde. But anyways, I won't talk about beer. I want to talk about their arcades. So they had some really good arcades there. Now, what I love about this place is that they had really the classics. And again, it shows what Arcade 1-Up is doing really well, because I had a lot of the arcades I actually played on at the Neon Retro Arcade, but they did have some that I didn't have, and one of my favorites is Robotron, even though I'm not very good at it. Then another one of my favorites is Marble Madness. I didn't see a Q*bert there, but they did have Donkey Kong, which was a nice kind of way to play it. They had Super Mario Brothers, which was awesome to play. They had a newer NBA Jam, which was fun, and I'll go through a list of actually all the arcades that they had there. They had 4 or 5 pinball machines. My favorite one that I played on was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was just a loud atmosphere. And what was so nice about the Neon Retro Arcade is that it wasn't just 21 plus. Now, kind of a trendy thing that we're seeing, at least in the LA area, is that there's a lot of barcades opening up. Bars that are also arcades, so you have to be 21 and over. And you can go to the Neon Retro Arcade at any age. And I actually really liked that. I liked seeing the high school, junior hires there, along with a bunch of adults and old people like us who came. And it just kind of made me feel a little bit like it was back in the day. And it was just a fun time. I mean, we went there with my son's 14th, when he turned 14 or 15 for his birthday, and it was just a neat time. So I do enjoy the Neon Retro Arcade. I don't like the fact that it's all you can play. So it's a $15 cover charge for an hour, or $25 for the entire night. That seems a bit much, in my opinion, because I remember getting quarters, my dad handing me a $10 stack of quarters back in the day, and that lasted me for a couple hours. Obviously, inflation, things have changed, and I just don't like free play. I want, again, I've said this before in all of my videos, I want some actual skin in the game. So other than that, I think it was just a huge blessing. There was really fun people there. I met a guy named Daniel who, like I said, he's actually in a band, a really great guy. He beat me in Galaga, which I was like, whoa, this guy's pretty good. Not that I'm that good in Galaga, but someone usually doesn't just go and just easily beat me. And he beat me by, like, I don't know, 50 to 75,000 points, which is a ton in Galaga when you get to that level. So anyways, I think that's about it. We had a good time. They have a little area back there where you can actually play some Switch games, some PlayStation games, and some Xbox games. But all in all, I would say definitely, please, if you go into the Pasadena area, not only check out Stone Brewery Tap Room, but go and check out the Neon Retro Arcade. It's just a great place to go and hang out and have a good time, and kind of an homage back to when it was, when the 80s were glorious. So that's my review of that, and then I'm going to be heading to the stuff for Geekz right now, and I'll show you guys this store, and it's an amazing store, and hopefully if you're in the Torrance area, you can check that out too. All right, so we're heading right now to Stuff for Geekz. It's a place in Torrance. We're getting on the freeway on the 405. You get off on Crenshaw, and this is just a wonderful place to go and check out all this retro stuff. And so I thought it'd be good to kind of film it so you guys get a good idea of what's there, kind of what they offer and things like that. So join us. We'll get there pretty soon, and I'll show you the inside of the actual store, and hopefully we'll be able to meet the owner and interview him a little bit. All right, see you guys. Okay, so this store really has everything. When you go into the actual parking lot, you'll see it's in a little strip mall. But when you open up the door, you see a plethora of retro arcade, not arcade games, but NES games, Super Nintendo games, 64 games. You got every single PlayStation platform that they have. And it's just really neat. But I think what's really cool about this place is that if you look inside the cabinets, each place is a way for them to partner with vendors in the area. And so they kind of house their products in these cases, like art dealers kind of have specific art. And it's just a beautiful thing that they've partnershipped so much. They have events that happen on Sundays. In fact, they have a big event happening on the 14th of August. So if you're in the area, check that out. I didn't get a chance to interview the actual owner because he wanted to remain private, which I totally respect. But check this place out. And if you've enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And don't forget to keep outrunning that neon sun.